Hey, welcome. Today, we are diving deep into some fascinating science. We're talking about nutrient synergy and how a really smart approach to fertilizing can tackle some of the most frustrating and expensive problems that growers run into.
So let me start with a question for you. Think about all those things that can go wrong with a harvest. Cracked fruit, weird discolorations, stuff that just seems to pop up out of nowhere. What if all those problems weren't just random bits of bad luck? What if they were all connected by one single hidden car?
I mean, just look at this. You've got cracked skin, decay on the inside, strange spotting. It's like a hidden enemy is attacking your crops from within. And every single one of these things means a hit to your quality and your bottom line. But what if the culprit isn't a pest or some disease? What if it's something way more basic?
Turns out every single one of those symptoms is basically the plant screaming for help. They're all signs pointing to a major deficiency in one super important nutrient for fruit quality and cell structure, calcium. But, and this is the key part, just dumping more calcium on the problem isn't always the right move.
And that's exactly where modern science steps in, giving us a much more clever, a much more effective way to handle this. We're not talking about a brute force approach here. We're looking at a high-tech solution that's designed to work with the plant's natural systems, not fight against them.
And this is it. It's a liquid fertilizer that has been formulated specifically to solve that core deficiency. It's a clean, targeted solution. And its real power isn't just in the stuff it contains, but in how all the ingredients work together as a team.
Which brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today, nutrient teamwork. See, we're not just looking at individual elements anymore. We are looking at a powerful synergy between three key players, all designed to create the biggest possible impact.
Okay, so let's meet the team. First up, you've got calcium. That's our main player, the structural component we've got to deliver. Then we have magnesium. Now it's essential for photosynthesis, of course, but here it's also playing a crucial role as calcium's perfect partner. And then you have the real game changer, the complex sugar alcohol. This is the high-speed delivery system that makes the whole thing work so well.
And this really gets to the core of nutrient science. Inside a plant, different ions can actually compete with each other. They're all trying to get through the same doorways in the roots and leaves. So if you add too much calcium, you can actually block the plant from absorbing magnesium, and vice versa. You end up creating a whole new problem. But this formula, it flips that competition into cooperation. It all comes down to the perfect balance. By giving the plant calcium and magnesium together in this golden ratio, you stop them from fighting each other. In fact, the magnesium actually helps transport and use the calcium more effectively. Just think about it. Magnesium is at the very core of chlorophyll, right? It drives the plant's entire energy factory. With more energy, the plant's internal delivery trucks work way better, moving calcium right where it needs to go to build strong cells. They're not competing anymore, they're cooperating.
And this is the secret weapon that makes this team unstoppable. This complex sugar alcohol acts as what's called a natural chelating agent. The best way to think of it is like a VIP escort for the calcium and magnesium. It literally wraps around them, protecting them, and making them super mobile so they can zip through the plant's tissues with incredible speed and efficiency.
All right, so let's trace the journey. Let's see how this all comes together inside the plant, from the second it's applied to the moment those nutrients get put to work.
The whole process is just incredibly efficient. So first, you apply the liquid. Instantly, that sugar alcohol, our VIP escort, grabs onto the calcium and magnesium to protect them. The formula also has a high-efficiency permeabilizer, which is kind of like a key that unlocks the plant cells for super fast entry. The result? Rapid-fire absorption right where it's needed most.
And here you can see the start of that whole process. This isn't just some random mix of nutrients. It's a carefully engineered delivery system, making sure that powerful nutrient team gets put to work immediately, with no delays.
But, okay, what does all this cool science actually mean for your crops? What are the real-world results you're gonna see?
Well, first and foremost, we're talking about safety and quality. This formula is incredibly efficient, but it does its job without any hormones, and it leaves absolutely no residue behind. That gives you total peace of mind, especially with high-value crops. It's a clean solution you can really trust.
And the outcomes are a direct result of that smart science. You get a super fast correction of any deficiencies, which prevents all those costly problems we saw at the beginning. The plant's overall ability to absorb nutrients gets a major boost because of that synergistic design. and you achieve the ultimate goal: healthier, stronger, and higher quality crops.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. We've seen just how powerful it is when nutrients work in synergy. So it's worth taking a look at your own program and asking yourself, are you just feeding your plants ingredients, or are you actually building a team? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.